Hello guys, my name is Arslan. Welcome back to my channel, and today we guys are going to solve a new Leetcode question, that is number of students doing homework at a given time with the help of JavaScript. So let's start this question, and to read out the question, let's read out the question. Given two integer arrays start time and end time and given an integer query. So we will be given three things here that are start time, end time and query time. Moving further, the ith student started doing their homework at a time start time I and finished it at end time I. Return the number of students doing their homework at query time. More formally, the return the number of students where query time lays in the interval start time and time inclusive. So guys, just before starting to solve this question, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, press the bell icon button, and bookmark the playlist so that you can get the updates from the channel. So, to understand this question, if I hope that many of you have already understood this question, and I suppose that some of you have not understood. So I can explain you with the help of an example here. So let's understand with the help of examples. So what they are saying here is that we have to check for students. Here you can see that there are three students, 1, 2 and 3. This is the timings. They started from 1 for a student. This is student 1, this is student 2 and student 3. This student started from 1 and ended up 3. This is started from 2 and ended up 2, and this is started from 3 and end at 4. So we have to check whether that all these student lies in the range of query time or not. So this start from 1 to 3, so it does not lie in the range of 4. That's our query time. It's 2 2, so obviously it's not in the range, and it's 3 7, which is in the range of query time. Okay, so if it's the case, then we should return those answer. Simple as that. Similarly, see, it started from 4 and it's ended out at 4, so we can return at 4. That is our input. So this is all in the question. We have to return the number of student that lies in the query time. So to do that, we obviously we have to create a variable that counts the number of students that lies in the range. So let's create a count variable here. Let count is equals to 0. Now to do that, we obviously have to create a loop. So let's create a loop as well. For let I is equals to 0, starting from I is equals to 0 till I is less than, you can either take, so see this, you can the value of the range till which you have to go through and to which you have to iterate through, you can take either end time or start time. Both are correct because they both have same length. This is also 3, this is also 3. Okay, in an example you will take, they both will be same, so I can take start time or end time, both are correct. Then I then now next, this is the logic. Here is the logic what we have to apply here is, so we have to check if start time is less than equal to start time. I have missed the T letter. Start time is less than equal to query time. It should be less than or equal to query time. It should not be greater than or greater than this value. So we have to check if it should be less than or it can be equals. Here all these values are less, but here it's equal to the query time. So we can say that it should be less than or equal to query time, start time. And we have to also make sure that we have to consider this end time as well. Now end time should be greater than equal to query time, and if that's the case, just return me the count variable increasing by 1, and in each iteration it will be increased by 1 until the conditions are false. Return count, and that's all we have to do here. So what logic we have applied here, let me explain it to you again. Here we have said that starting time should be less than query time and end time should be greater than query time, because you can see here it's already clearly mentioned here, lays in the interval of this. So to mention the range, we can say that query time lies somewhat between these two values, right? So we have mentioned here the help of this logic that query time lies between start time and end time. So a value where student lies between these two values, that is increase me the count by 1, and each iteration it will be increasing 1 1 1 1 until it reaches the false condition. Now that's all we have to do here, and let's run the code and check for an answer. So it's false. It's false. Why it's false? Let's see why it's false. Yeah, it's false because we have to write a length, not start time. That's why it's coming to be an incorrect value. Now you see that it should work. Yeah, it's still not working for test case 1. What's the problem here? Its output is 0. However, it should be end time should be greater than, let me put a bracket instead here. Here a bracket. It should run, but I should check why it's not working. Definitely some error we have made here. We have made here some error. Now let's run it again. It's coming some error. Alright guys, the error we have made here is that we haven't put the I here, because we have to check for the number of student, not the whole array. If we will be saying that start time and we will not mention the index, that's the biggest mistake I have made here. And we have to make sure that we put I in here. If we do not make that I, then we will be getting an array and we are just comparing an integer with array, and obviously it will throw an error. But now it should work. It should work now. So see, it's working now. So I apologize for the mistake I have made here, but the logic you should be understanding is absolutely correct. It's not wrong, it's absolutely correct what we have discussed. But the problem here, I have made mistake, that was that to put an index I here, an index I here as well. So that was all in the question, guys. I hope that you guys have understood this question, and if you guys do not have understood the question, please ask me in the comment section. I will try to sort it out. Thank you guys for watching this video, and see you next time.